or welcome to Cheyenne Reads. Today I'm going to be starting my reading vlog for No Exit by Taylor Adams. I decided to choose this to read for the obstacle course instead of Mistborn because I thought I'd finish this faster and I really don't feel like reading that right now. Hope I can get to it before the end of the year, but I'm really not in the mood to read that. So Darby Thorne is on her way to Utah to visit her dying mother from her college when there's a storm that comes through Colorado and she's caught in it, so she has to stop at a rest stop where she notices a child in the back of one of the persons who's at the rest stop's van, but she can't figure out of the 4 people who are there who kidnapped a child. And so I'm only a little bit through 36 pages. That's how much I've read today, but I do want to read more of it tonight. I went to a little free library today and yesterday, so I thought I'd start off the vlog with some of the books I got because I traded a lot of my books. I got Eleanor Oliphant by Gail Honeyman, The Return by Nicholas Sparks, The Mortal Instrument City of Bone by Cassandra Clare, New Moon and Eclipse, Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil by John Burnt, Lisa Unger, Under My Skin, Devil in the City by Eric Larson, Madame Bovary. I got this because it looked interesting. Dean Koontz, False Memory, Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice, can't see this, yeah. Strangers by Barbara Elsong, and what I'm excited about is The Last of August by Brittany Cavallaro. So that wraps up all the books I got, and I wanted to do a clip of me reorganizing my bookshelves with books that I'm more likely to read rather than not. I want to get rid of some books that just are cluttered, like I'm never going to read, and just give them back to little free libraries and get some more. Hi, so I'm back and I completely redid my shelves except for some of the top shelf, which is kind of like staple, but I did add in some books that I thought would fit. And I got rid of at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. 8 actually, but this one I found in my mom's car and it has a little bit of damage. But I'm sure someone might like it from a little free library. Yeah, so I'm probably just gonna give them away or like take a book at a little free library. I'm gonna start reading No Exit now, and I hope to make it to at least 50 pages, maybe even 100 tonight. I'm in a reading mood, but we'll see. Does anyone else use like shopping tags as a bookmark or anything that they can find? And I finished No Exit by Taylor Adams. Here it is. I finished it all in one sitting last night, most of it. Like I read the first 50 pages the last time I updated you, which was like over a day ago. And then last night I sat down and read some in a sprint, sped through it for a little bit, but then I had to go Christmas shopping and a little bit of grocery shopping. And around 8 or 9 I picked it back up and I read until I finished it like 10 minutes before the challenge would be over, which I'm happy about. I really enjoyed the writing, the suspense. I really enjoyed the main character. What was her name? Darby. I don't know, one of the characters in the book called her Dara, so I was like calling her Dara in my head sometimes because she never corrected him. And her name's really Darby. But anyways, like Darby was just so fierce and such a badass character, and like she really wasn't unlikable at all despite the way she would describe herself, how she would treat other people. I just was like, I see you as a hero, like you're saving this little girl. Like that's what this whole book is surrounded by, was her saving a little girl who was kidnapped. And like the twists and turns, I didn't expect them. It did feel like this night would never end. Like she was at this rest stop and the CDOT, I don't know what that is, but I'm guessing they're the people who would come and plow the road so that you can drive on it safely again. They weren't going to be there for another 8 hours, and that was like 8 to 10 hours after she had found out that this little girl had been kidnapped. And so she's in this rest stop with with a possible killer and a possible kidnapper, because that's what could have happened, you know what I mean? And overall, I really, really enjoyed this book. I can't really say too much without giving the whole book away. Like, what's a thriller without knowing, when you know the twists and turns? You know what I mean? Is it really a thriller? Like, my heart was racing. My heart was pumping. I was like, I felt like I was on the run too. I felt like I was on the go too. I felt like I was like enclosed in this tight space too, with the way they described the little girl who was in the cage. And overall, this was such a good read. I've had this on my shelf in my possession since like February, and I'm just now getting to it after seeing some people hype it up and just see people post about it in general. I was like, oh, I have that book, just not a hardcover and not that cover. And I guess that's why I didn't know I had it. But then I was like, I checked and I was like, No Exit, Taylor Adams, I have it. Anyways, this is definitely a 5 out of 5 star read. I really enjoyed doing this challenge, reading a book that's action-packed, which it definitely was for the DCG readathon. I didn't do the activity. I just didn't feel like making a TikTok or recreating anything. I was just so lazy. I just wanted to read the book, be cozy in my bed on the couch. But yeah, thank you for watching.